everybody. It is, I'm always lost in my dates. It is Wednesday, November the 28th. I'm here with Jamie, and I've just decided for my Reborn fans out there to do a little video of me bathing and changing Jamie, but while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be talking about things that have been going on, just updates. So let's get started. So first I'm gonna put out, my hair and Riley's hair is everywhere on this bed. Anyways, so first I'm going to put out his towel. This is the towel that he came with. So I'm just going to put him down here and get his hat off. And, oh, I don't want to get his sleeper wet with the cloth. I guess I'll put the cloth here. So anyways, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this because I also wanted me in the video since I'm talking about updates. Okay, let me kind of get myself comfortable here. Basically, my pain, someone had asked me about it in the last video I posted. I think it was Brenda. And she was asking what type of pain it is that I'm having, and it's joint pain. So far, the bowel stuff has not come into play with weaning off the Entacort. No nausea, nothing like that. Just joint pain. Mostly in my fingers and wrists. I've also been getting the thing in my shoulder that I used to get a lot pre-diagnosis, and I haven't had it in a long time, and it's really where it's like any movement, like anything where I'm lifting my arm or moving my arm out this way, it's really, really painful. Thankfully it's not doing that right now, but it seems to be worse at night when I'm trying to sleep, and in the morning. My thumb, these two fingers here are really bad, especially my thumb. My wrists, sometimes my elbows, also my knees have been bothering me on and off, and the bottoms of my feet, the balls of my feet are very sore, and it feels like I have a big ball on the soles of my feet, especially my right one. And this is something that, again, I had a lot in the past prior to being diagnosed. It felt like I was walking on a ball. Very, very painful. Yeah. So, that's happening. And I don't particularly like that. Anyways, so that's the kind of pain I'm experiencing, and right now I'm taking the Entacort steroid every second day. So today I didn't take it. So it seems the days that I don't take it, by midday to early evening is when the pain starts to get bad. And then the next day when I can take a pill again, it helps by maybe midday I start to feel a little bit better. Yeah. So that's what's been going on with that. Now, with that said, I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning in the summertime that I was working on an odd job scanning photos, and then once they were scanned I had to crop them, and the cropping was very trying on me. My elbow, my wrist, and my hands, all in my right hand because I'm right-handed, were in excruciating pain. I was getting swelling. It was not a good thing. Alex actually had to finish cropping the photos for me. And so he finished cropping those. And what I did is I tried at the time to get out of the to get out of doing the slideshows, but she said that she really wanted them. Her family liked watching slideshows, as you know, now that they have digital photos, they always get blacks to do slideshows whenever they take them in, and yada yada yada. And I have a very hard time saying no. So at the time, I made her a deal. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to show you. This is Jamie's new sleeper. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got little elephants on it, and it's green and white and gray striped. It's size newborn. I tried to find it in a preemie size, but they did not carry it, so it might be a bit big on him. We'll see. Anyways, so what I left it at was that I told the lady, I told her, you know, how I was feeling, and, you know, how it was really hard on me and whatnot. And so she, you know, she said she was willing to pay me a little more to do the slideshows, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we just kind of came to a thing where I was like, okay, well, I'm finished cropping and scanning the photos. We're in a really tiny basement apartment, and the two big bins are taking up room. So I said to her, what I can do is put the cropped photos onto a disc for you. You can come and pick up your photos, and if you want, you can pay me now. And then I can just work on the slideshows at my leisure when I'm able to over the next few months. And when they're done, I can mail them to you. So she agreed to that. And, you know, I had originally said I thought it would be about $300. But her ad had stated a little over 1,000 photos. But what we actually discovered after we had finished cropping, you know how you can click on a folder on your desktop and see how many files are in it? Well, we did that, and there was over 6,000 photos. And that wasn't even including some that I didn't scan because they were either duplicates or blurry or whatever. So, I just could not believe it. Like, that's like 5 times more than what her ad stated. I must have spent, I would say, a good 300 hours over the 6-month period doing this for her. And if you work that out, that 300 is diddly squat. So I quoted 500. And she agreed, And I thought, you know, 500 in and of itself doesn't even cover the time that I spent scanning and cropping, let alone slideshows. And, you know, I was like, you know, like, this is ridiculous. This is less than minimum wage. Anyways, so she came and got the photo. She paid me the $500, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, it kept weighing on my mind that I still had to do these slideshows. And I'm thinking, how do you do slideshows for 6,000 photos? First off, no one is going to sit there and watch 6,000 photos. No one. And I tried to, again, get out of it by explaining to her that, you know, like, I was going to do a slideshow for each batch that she had. So, like, you know, she had a batch for her wedding, a batch for her son, a batch for her daughter, blah, blah, blah. And I was going to do a slideshow for each one of those. But even those, like, the wedding had, like, 500 photos. So, like, to put 500 photos in a slideshow is nuts. Like, no one's going to sit there and watch it. It's going to be over a half hour. I tried to tell her this. So she said I could use my discretion and just put whatever photos I thought should be in a slideshow. And then, now this was, I think, last month, a month or two ago now. And then I got an email from her a couple days ago saying that she was wondering if it would be possible to have the slideshows done by either this weekend or next weekend or mid-December at the latest, because she was having something at her sister's and they were wanting to watch them. And again, I'm thinking, no one's going to watch 6,000 photos, but whatever. And then she proceeded to say in the email that she was really disappointed with the scanned photos, that the scanned photos were an absolute disaster because nothing was in order and everything was everywhere. And I don't understand where she got this from, because she even said this in her email, that she had the photos in batches that were, you know, each batch was labeled. And she had, you know, arranged them in the order that they had happened or whatever. Well, when I scanned, I took one batch, I labeled a folder, the same label that she had on that batch, and I scanned each photo in the order they were in that batch, and I cropped them in the same order. So they were in the order that she gave them to me, so I don't know what she's talking about. So then she was obviously really ticked, and she was saying that she wants her slideshows by mid-December at the latest. So I talked to some fellow loopies in my support group. I talked to Alex and my mother, and, you know, they all said, you know what, your health is one, your health is number one. And I just knew that there was no way I could do these slideshows. I knew I would be in pain doing them, and also the 6 months that I spent doing them, I literally did spend all my free time doing that. It took away from my life. You know, it was taking time away from me and Alex, from family, from friends, which is just not good. It's not worth the money that I was getting less than minimum wage. So I just wrote her an email back, and I first off apologized that she wasn't happy with the photos, and I explained to her how I did them, and I said I don't really understand what happened. And then I proceeded to say, like, that I regret to tell her that I can no longer do the slideshows because A, there's no way I can finish them by mid-December, that because of the pain that I experience when I do this kind of computer work now, that I have to take constant breaks, and so therefore, you know, 6,000 photos in a slideshow would probably take me at least another year to complete. And on top of that, you know, I said because she's not happy with the way I scan the photos, that I'm afraid of making the decision of what photos should go in the slideshows, because then she might be upset that I left out some, which was another thing. She said that she thought that it looked like I left out photos, that I didn't scan all of them. And I told her, you know, at the time that I started, I explained to her in an email that there was a lot of duplicates as well as blurry ones, and that I was not going to include them. And as far as I knew, that was fine. So she must have forgot. Anyways, so, you know, I mean, I really went into detail about, I mean, she knows I have lupus. She has leukemia. You would think someone who's sick would understand someone who's sick. I basically explained to her all the symptoms that I'm experiencing, you know, that I'm weaning off medication now, and I'm in more pain, and I'm not doing good, and, you know, I just can't do it. She came back saying, well, I paid extra for the slideshows, and I still would like you to do them, but I cannot wait a year. To which I simply replied, well, then I will refund you $100 for the slideshow, even though I mean, really, $500 did not cover the work I did. But I said to her, that's fine. I will refund you $100. I'll mail you a check for it, because my health comes first. I mean, we all know we have to make these decisions sometimes, and it's not worth it. You know, I've got some custom orders coming up, and, you know, making these little guys is so much more fun for me, and so much more relaxing for me. And, you know, I can do it in my own time. I can take my time, and if I need to take breaks, I can. But generally, I find it's not too trying on my hands. The only thing that might be hard on my hands now is rooting. But anyway, so I just took it upon myself to say, you know what? And thank God she accepted the $100 refund. I mean, honestly, like, sure, I'm out $100, but it's not worth it. Like, I don't care about losing $100 to get out of this project. So that's what happened. That's the decision I made, and I feel much better now. I mean, I don't like leaving a job unfinished, and I don't like leaving someone unhappy, but she was being quite unreasonable. And again, you would think someone who is sick with cancer would understand a fellow person who's chronically ill, but I guess not. So anyways, you know, it just kind of brought around to me that I do tend to have trouble saying no to people, and I need to work on that. And anyways, I said no, and I stuck to my guns. I stood my ground, and I am quite happy about it. Yeah, I'm quite happy about it. I feel so much better knowing that I don't have to do those damn slideshows. Yeah. So anyways, here's Jamie all in his new sleeper. Say hi to everyone. It fits him quite nice. It's a little big and baggy in the feet, but it's not too bad, actually. He looks pretty good. Whoops. He looks pretty good in it. I don't know if you can see these elephants here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. I'm still enjoying my new baby. So Isabel, I don't know if you watch these videos, but hi. Still love my Jamie. He's so cuddly. Speaking of which, I've been spending a lot of time with the new baby at work. I was alone with him today, today and yesterday. I'm with him alone quite a bit now because the mother usually takes Jillian to the classes now because she wants to spend some one-on-one time with her, and so I get to spend one-on-one time with baby Thomas, and he is just so cute. And it's really fun because I really haven't had too much hands-on experience with infants in terms of being alone with one. So I'm learning a lot, and generally he sleeps most of the time, and he usually likes to sleep in my arms. If I put him down in the playpen, he'll maybe sleep maybe 5-10 minutes, and then he'll wake up wanting me to hold him, and then he'll fall back asleep in my arms. Sometimes he'll sleep maybe like a half hour or so on his own and let me get a couple things done. But it's actually been really nice because, as I've always said, I find holding a baby is very relaxing. It's a little hard on my joints, but I don't mind it too much. But I actually am finding it's actually helping me a little bit. I was starting to get a little bit run down with all the running around to classes and stuff. And so I actually don't mind being alone with him because for a good 2 to 3 hours of my shift, I just get to sit, hold the baby, and watch some TV. So it allows me to get some rest in, as well as, some, those endorphin, I don't know what they call them, endorphins or whatever, a hormone that's released when you hold babies that calms you and stuff. So that's fun. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, this is his blanket. I can't remember if I showed this. I think I did. His little elephant blanket. This is his little Care Bear milk bottle. I don't really feed the babies. It's just usually props, but just for fun, I'll do this in a video. I don't know, we'll see how it works out. Let's see. There. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, so that's what's happening with the joints, with the photos. I did finally try my Cricut, and I made a little kitty cat. I'll have to show you guys in the next video. I made a cat, and I cut out a couple things from the Paris cartridge. I did an Eiffel Tower, and I did a title that says Paris. And I'm trying to think what else. I think that was it. I just play around with it a little bit. And then, sadly, we found out that the Cricut Expression 2, we cannot use the downloaded cartridges, the freebie cartridges that we found. Darn, because it's almost every Cricut cartridge in that file. We can't use them. It doesn't work with the Expression 2. With the Expression 2, they did something different so that they can't use SVG files. If you have an Expression, the first Expression, you can still use it, but not with number 2, so that's crappy. Anyways, I guess that's it. I have rambled long enough. And so I'm going to sign off from me and Jamie. Jamie's finished with his bottle. That was a quick feeding. So he's gonna get a burp. Whoops. This is not how I would hold a real baby, by the way. He's gonna get a burp. So anyways, I think I'm gonna get a little snack, and then I'm probably gonna head off to bed. I'm so tired. Anyways, guys, have a good night. See you in the next video. Say bye, Jamie.